I'm joined by Krishna Sagar Rao, spokesperson of the BJP from Hyderabad via Skype. Also joining us here, Pawan Khera of the Congress. Thanks for being here, Pawan. Neerja Chaudhary, senior journalist, and Naveen Upadhyay, bureau chief of the Pioneer. We also hope to have KC Tyagi of the JDU up with us in just a second. But Pawan Khera, first to you. I mean, is it now clearly an advantage for the NDA, not just in the presidential elections, but because of the kind of cracks that we've seen even in the opposition unity, this is kind of redefined equations for 2019. You're already at a back foot when it comes to 2019.
Vasu, when you say cracks, I don't really know what you mean.
I mean, the JDU, right off the top of
no, I mean, Nitish Kumar had voted for Pranab when he was with the NDA.
Right.
It was not cracks in the NDA. He made a choice. It's an issue-based support that we have in the Mahagathbandhan, as you call it. But I don't see any cracks in our Gathbandhan at all.
But given the fact that he is somebody who is pushing so strongly for having a united front against the NDA in 2019, and here you have this gentleman voting with the NDA in this election, isn't that a serious problem for you?
But for the vice presidential election, he is with us. So, as I said, it's issue based. He thought that Mr. Kovind would be a better choice. He made the choice. But right from day one, they've been attending all meetings when it came to the vice presidential nominee.
Okay, let me put that to KC Tyagi, who joins us now on the show. Thank you very much, sir, for being with us. So, Tyagi ji, ye bataiye ki you are giving issue-based support to Mr. Kovind, but you are supporting Gopal Gandhi when it comes to the vice presidential election. So, what exactly is your position vis-a-vis the opposition? Are you part still very much of the opposition coalition for the 2019 elections? Or as many people increasingly believe that this is all part of the process of Nitish Kumar edging closer and closer to the NDA?
नहीं, हम पार्ट नहीं है उसके, हम इनिशिएटर हैं, हम उसके प्रोड्यूसर हैं। जिस दिन नीतीश जी की और सोनिया जी की पहली मुलाकात हुई थी, उसके बाद हम ही ने सजेस्ट किया था
जी
कि विपक्ष जो है उसको इकट्ठा करने का प्रयास करना चाहिए
जी।
लेकिन उसके इश्यूज जो हैं हमें खुद फॉर्मुलेट करना चाहिए। जो सेट एजेंडा है नरेंद्र मोदी जी का, उस पर खाली रिएक्ट हम लोग ना करें। और जहां तक कोविंद जी का मामला है, वो आइसोलेटेड इंसिडेंट थी एंड इट वाज ए वन टाइम अफेयर।
नो बट व्हाट अबाउट,
और वो आज समाप्त हो गया है।
अच्छा, वो आज आपने यू वोटेड फॉर मिस्टर कोविंद एंड नाउ इट्स डन, यू आर सेइंग?
या
ओके, बट
और कल से गोपाल कृष्ण गांधी जी का पर्चा भराने के लिए, नॉमिनेशन के लिए
जी
शरद यादव जी, मैं, वशिष्ठ नारायण सिंह जी, सब लोग जाएंगे। और पहले की तरह से अपोजिशन के हर यूनिटी एफर्ट में हम लोग साथ रहेंगे।
नहीं, यूनिटी तो ठीक है, लेकिन जहां तक बिहार का सवाल है, वहां पे जो क्रैक्स आ रहे हैं, I mean, we were told that there is going to be a 48-hour deadline which Nitish has further extended for the RJD to make up its mind about whether or not Tejasvi should remain in the cabinet. That is meant to expire tonight. So, what are we likely to see? Are we likely to see that alliance continue in Bihar, or has that reached breaking point?
देखिए, किसी भी दिन नीतीश कुमार जी ने तेजस्वी यादव का इस्तीफा नहीं मांगा है। मैं आपके चैनल पे इस चीज को बहुत कैटेगरिकली कहना चाहता हूं।
अच्छा,
किसी भी दिन, और इसलिए कोई डेडलाइन या सीमा रेखा तय करने का सवाल ही नहीं पैदा होता। नीतीश कुमार जी ने मिनिमम और मैक्सिमम जो कहा है अपने लेजिस्लेटर्स को और एमपीज को और मिनिस्टर्स को एड्रेस करते हुए,
क्या
वो ये है कि पब्लिक लाइफ में जब आप हैं
जी
और आप पर चार्जेस लगते हैं, इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग एजेंसीज अपनी रिपोर्ट देती हैं, मीडिया में ये सब होता है, देन यू मस्ट कम क्लीन ऑन इट। और नीतीश कुमार जी का जो पुराना रिकॉर्ड है,
तेजस्वी does not need to resign as per you. He does not need to resign. Coming clean doesn't mean he has to resign. Is that correct?
हमने कभी भी आप बहुत जिम्मेदारी से मैं आपके चैनल पे कहना चाहता हूं
जी,
किसी भी दिन नीतीश कुमार जी ने इस्तीफा नहीं मांगा। लेकिन जो इश्यूज, जो कंसर्न नीतीश कुमार जी ने एड्रेस किए हैं, उनका जवाब भी तेजस्वी यादव जी को देना होगा।
तेजस्वी यादव को जवाब देना होगा. This much you're saying is the demand that Nitish Kumar has. Let me bring in Krishna Sagar Rao now. Mr. Rao from Hyderabad, of course, now somebody from your own state is set to be vice president. You see this very much, Mr. Rao. Do you, as a fait accompli, this is a done deal for the NDA, and do you also see now, given the kind of support you're picking up along the way for these elections, that you see a reconfiguring of the national political scene ahead of 2019 with the advantage to the NDA?
Total advantage, Srinivasji. You have seen since 2014 the pattern emerging across the nation that parties, Bharatiya Janata Party's ideology and NDA's political structure has received unprecedented support, and we have been winning state after state. Today, we are at a momentous occasion where the constitutional need under 55 and 66 now for vice president. We have both nominees up on this same day, and today India has almost chosen at 5 o'clock the ballot closed, so they have chosen the 14th president of India, and we are very clear that Ramnath Kovind ji is the 14th president of India, and the 13th vice president of India is Shri Venkaiah Naidu ji. Right. And because we know it is happening, and the battle was, the battle of the opposition will go in vain. But in a democracy, they can fight. There is nothing wrong with that.
What do you make? Right. What do you make, Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao, of what Sonia Gandhi said recently, where she said that the numbers may be against us, but we must not let India be hostage to those who wish to impose a narrow-minded, divisive, and communal vision on India?
She can say that. She also said the constitution is under siege.
Yes.
What is under siege, people of India have clarified to her in 2014. They're going to do it again in 2019. So she has to protect her 44 at least, not lose what she has. But this I'm not saying out of arrogance, but out of due respect to her. Because if you're losing credibility on a daily basis with the stance you take, with the opinions you do, with the agenda you drive, right, no matter how much you say, is just going to be a lip service to the cause of opposition.
Okay, let me.
Nobody's trusting.
Okay, let me ask Pawan Khera about that. Let me ask Pawan Khera about that. Pawan, these sort of slogans about a narrow-minded, divisive, communal vision and so on, is this now just becoming empty Congress rhetoric?
No, in fact, it's becoming more relevant now. You see the news from the countryside, from cutting across which state, which party, the kind of lynchings, the kind of narrow-mindedness. Now the RSS is starting something, Prabodhan, they'll go and appeal to parents, don't wear jeans, don't let your children wear jeans. What kind of rubbish? Is this why these people have elected BJP? They are interfering in everything, whether what you want to eat, what you want to wear.
Okay, but Pawan Khera, even if one were to assume that argument is true, it still doesn't alter the political reality, does it not? That despite what you're saying, you don't have the political backing. Large chunks of the political landscape of this country are tilting towards them. Even someone like Nitish Kumar, with all these factors you're mentioning, is still willing to give one-time issue-based support to the NDA. So how do you contest that?
Vasu, political landscape is has never been static. It is not by nature never static. It is a very dynamic process. In 2003 and 4, people, even congressmen didn't believe that they'll win the election. They won the election. Landscapes keep changing. That's the very nature of political landscape. So I won't really read much into what's happening today, but we have an absolute hope of what will happen tomorrow and day after.
Okay, but brave talk aside, Neerja, isn't it a fact that as we speak, the Congress, strategy-wise, it just was a disaster when it came to the presidential elections, the delay in selecting a candidate, all of that. And now you have the NDA with this momentum ahead of 2019, the presidential election being, in a sense, a trailer for that.
I think the presidential election, if they do manage to mop up 70% of the electoral college vote, which is what they are hoping for, that means a substantial chunk of the political spectrum does support the NDA. That's a message that goes out.
Right.
Now, it
both
is true,
presidential and vice presidential.
Vice presidential, also not so important as the presidential, because it affects the whole country. Now, they could have avoided it. Had they taken the initiative as they have done in the case of Gopal Krishnan Gandhi for vice president, had they, Nitish Kumar suggested his name, other parties were for it, somewhere the Congress deterred, they didn't make the announcement in Chennai, which was expected, at Karunanidhi's birthday, and then they left the decision for future. We will react to what the other side does. So, okay, that's now past story.
Yes.
But I think the more critical thing that's going to affect 2019 prospects of the opposition parties is what happens in Bihar. If the Mahagathbandhan breaks,
Yes.
then the story is over
Right.
for the opposition. That's a clear thing today. And if Lalu Prasad Yadav and Nitish Kumar do not play larger, big-hearted politics and find a way out of this impasse,
Yes. Then it's all over, you're saying.
it's over for them. I mean, if Nitish Kumar accepts that Lalu Yadav's son can stay on and it can be business as usual, he loses his distinctive, image,
Correct.
which is of governance and upright image.
Right.
If Lalu does not, if he insists my son is going to remain, and I think that's very short-term politics for Tejasvi Yadav to say in the larger interest of the Mahagathbandhan, I
step
will
down.
resign.
But we don't, let's get
Then
Naveen
it's a very
Upadhyay.
different story.
Yeah. Naveen Upadhyay, what do you see happening in Bihar? Do you think that that's likely to happen? That in the interest, as Neerja says, of the bigger picture, Tejasvi Yadav will step down?
I personally feel, some way out will be found out.
Like what? Give me an example of what
I
that
mean,
way out could be.
There could be a way out. I mean, like Nitish Kumar has all along, K.C. Tyagi ji has said that the JDU wants that he should give a public clarification and that should be satisfactory. Now, what happens if this young man steps out and says,
Yes.
I will respect this decision of the Chief Minister,
Yes.
I resign from the cabinet and I also resign as member of assembly,
Yes.
and I am going to go out to the people, give my explanation and contest the by-election. If he wins the by-election, that will be seen as an endorsement.
But he doesn't seem to be in any mood
No,
to do
but
that.
I
That's
tell
the problem.
you, if this happens,
Yes.
this could be a way out, because if he is endorsed publicly, then he can stage a comeback. I mean, these are the issues which can be. Personally, I feel, that both sides
Yes.
are trying to find a solution. This solution, when you watch some TV channels, then you get rattled, because yesterday I watched a TV channel from morning to evening, and they said that the election, the alliance has
channels,
collapsed, and this snaps Lalu and Nitish.
Okay, let me ask Pawan Khera. Pawan Khera, is the Congress watching this anxiously, and we even believe mediating between these two, somewhat not warring perhaps, but somewhat in this strained relationship? Sonia Gandhi getting on the phone line to both of them.
The Congress party doesn't watch channels which make anyone anxious. So we are not watching those channels anxiously. And
No, but I'm talking about watching what is happening in Bihar anxiously.
A lot what is happening is primarily happening on some channels, as my friend Naveen rightly said. We are watching it like all of us are, but
do
there
you
is
agree
no
with
mediation
Neerja's
or
assessment
no
that if
anxiety at all?
Yeah, but do you agree with Neerja's assessment that if the Bihar Gathbandhan breaks, then it's all over for 2019?
Well, if the RSS gets angry with BJP, it's all over for the BJP government. So I mean, these are speculations. Which,
No,
which
come on,
can go
Pawan. One is much more of a likelihood than the other. Surely you'd agree
Which
that
one? The
that
RSS,
the
yes,
Bihar.
there is a likelihood, I agree.
Okay, you refuse to be drawn into that. Tell me, K.C. Tyagi ji, एक बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग एक गूगली राम गुहा जो है, the well-known historian, he said that basically Nitish Kumar is a leader without a party, and the Congress should use him as their leader going into 2019. That's the kind of out-of-the-box thinking that you need to try and put some kind of a fight for the BJP. Otherwise, it's a done deal. I know this is kind of kite flying, but what do you make of that kind of suggestion?
नहीं, गुहा जी गांधीयन स्कॉलर हैं और अभी बिहार में, देश में अकेला प्रदेश है बिहार जहां गांधी जी के सत्याग्रह के 100 साल मनाए गए। वो गुजरात में भी नहीं मनाए गए, जहां से गांधी जी चले थे, पैदा हुए थे, जन्मभूमि थी, वहां पे भी 100 साल गांधी जी के सत्याग्रह के नहीं मनाएंगे। ये बिहार ही था। कोई गांव नहीं है जहां प्रभात फेरियां ना हो रही हो, कोई स्कूल नहीं है जहां गांधीयन थॉट प्रोपेगेट ना हो रहे हो। इसलिए रामचंद्र गुहा जी का मैं उसी पे आ रहा हूं मैं तो उसको देख करके, और हम कह भी चुके हैं हमारी पार्टी छोटी है, 2 हमारे एमपी हैं, नीतीश कुमार जी प्रधानमंत्री के हमारी पार्टी के उम्मीदवार नहीं है
जी।
लेकिन मैं आपके चैनल पे बहुत विनम्रता से कहना चाहता हूं कि प्रधानमंत्री बनने के लिए जो योग्यता और काबिलियत किसी नेता में होनी चाहिए वो नीतीश कुमार जी में है।